It's trash day, I'm putting you out, it's trash day. Putting you out, it's trash day. Putting you out of my mind. It's trash day, I'm putting you out, it's trash day. I'm putting you out, trash day, I'm putting you out of my mind. Now I'm gonna clean up, now I'm gonna clean up, now I'm gonna clean up the house. I'm taking all your garbage, taking all your garbage, taking all your garbage out.
Nor snow, nor sleet, nor rain, nor hail could stop these two garbage males from drinking beer and talking smack. It's time to start the best podcast. It's Can Crusher Day!
And welcome to another episode of Can Crushers. Mark Martinez alongside Paul Boolers.
A very lightheaded Paul Bullers. Holy man, that was tough. I didn't even take a breath during that.
You didn't. I thought you were going to be cracking your beer early. I really, in the midst of doing it, I thought you were going to be cracking your beer. Today is Bring Your Own Damn Beer to the Podcast Day.
Yeah, it's holiday season and the craft beers are nice, but the money is tight.
Yeah, it has been whatever, so I'm savoring one of my Finn and Matt's from a couple shows ago. Paul?
I got me a 16-ounce Miller Lite aluminum can bottle.
So, we got bottles and cans. If you... Oh, I should...
Oh, that's all right. I think they heard that. That was just me. There, you can crack yours.
There, I cracked mine. So I know this might not get Paul Jonesed up, but I just read it. It was posted about 43 minutes ago.
Big news to 80s wrestling fans.
That's me. That's Document. That's going to be Jeff Merriman, Chad Piranha, Jason Lang, all those types of guys.
Dude, you didn't even mention Dom.
Dom.
Whoa, what are you...
Well, because Dom gets everything at the end of the show. WWE just bought the WWC footage from down in Puerto Rico. Paul's looking at me like, what the hell is that? This is like Carlos Colon, Abdullah the Butcher, down in Puerto Rico. This is where Brody got killed. Okay. Bruiser Brody. So all of this is going to be coming to the WWE network. Gary Michael Capetta is actually the one. He was a ring announcer for many years all over wrestling industry. Just posted this. Some of the footage got wiped out in the hurricane they had, last summer or whatever. But all that footage is back. So you get Flair, you get Abdullah the Butcher, you get Rick Martel, you get the old school Road Warriors, not 2000 Legion of Doom with whatever in the WWE. So that got me jonesed. I'm ready to watch it. It's brutal though. That's where I want to know what they're going to do about. There's a lot of blood in it.
The PG era of WWE wrestling.
How are they going to get over? They do show blood on the network because it's a paid subscription. But some of this is. Remember Dusty Rhodes bleeding like a stuffed pig, and that era. So that's awesome. I'm pumped about that. That's our big news.
I mean, good thing we don't do like a video, because if you were recording right now, the whole video would look like the Blair Witch Project.
I was shaking.
You are shaking right now while you're explaining it.
It's more, yeah, but there's more shakes also. It's been a rough week kind of for both of us. We're kind of, I don't know.
Beat up.
I don't want to say on the DL or anything, but I've had blood pumped out of me this week. But we keep going because no hail, no rain, no all that. No Rise this week, but one's coming out tonight to get back on their Ascent show. And how much is it, Paul? Can you get it on an app?
$4.99 a month on the app. That's less than 2 craft beers.
Right now, I wouldn't be able to pay for it. But it came out already. Hopefully.
What happened in Ohio Valley wrestling news, Mark? Anything?
Yeah. Besides other stuff, Tony Gunn versus Eddie Knight for the OVW Championship. Dapper Dan was a commentary. It was a good match between the two youngsters. And all of a sudden, Tony Gunn, a la Macho Man, reaches in his tights. Bang! Hits Eddie Knight in the face with the knucks. Gets the 1, 2, 3. Was going to become the new champion, but Dapper Dan yells from like the crow's nest and says, "Hey, ref!" And the ref heard him. Yeah, it'd be like yelling at the top of Bryce Jordan down to the center. And the ref heard him and reversed the decision, and instantly Knight got a roll-up victory. Good match, though. A cool vignette throughout the whole hour show. You saw Shiloh Jones. He was training for his match against Tommy Dreamer that happened this past Saturday, November 3rd. Their stuff is also on tape delay for pay-per-views with my quotes. But they were old 80s styles vignettes. You saw him trying to break boards, and it was cool. It just brought back, again, this whole 80s thing today is just wrapping around my head. I think like Cyndi Lauper's going to come dancing in pretty soon. Nothing.
Wow.
Crickets. King's Ransom still on the show, and they fought two guys that probably couldn't pick up a bag of garbage. But King's Ransom's got to be your number one contenders for these tag team titles. They're unstoppable. And then a whole lot of hell breaks loose at the end. All the five guys, Michael Hayes, not Michael P.S. Hayes, Rocco Baldelli, Justin Smooth, Randall Floyd, all come out and they just say they're blaming everybody for not being a number one contender. Abyss comes out and says, "I'm fighting Rocco tonight." He destroys Rocco because everybody else is out there. His whole Void posse is out there with him. And boom, he is done. The It Girls took on Megan Monroe again. If Monroe loses, she doesn't get the title shot Saturday night. Guess what? She won. She wins. And that's it. I jumped to the main event already. It's not Baldelli. Rocco Baldelli is now a manager for baseball. The MLB network's always on in this house.
Speaking of baseball, or managers, not baseball, check out our Facebook for the manager page. I might skip ahead. I didn't read all the notes. But whatever. Check out our Facebook page. Vote on your favorite manager. Can crush your master management potential tournament. I don't know. I'm running low. I'm running on fumes today, bro. I need more beers and more sleeps.
We are 3 matches in, two victors already. One is Bobby the Brain Heenan defeating Sonny, and Captain Lou Albano defeated Gary Hart. So now, do we want to get into the? Yeah, we're going to, but I'm just saying this crown jewel.
What a garbage pay-per-view.
I'll tell you,
the first 20 minutes, hour was good, and then the last couple matches, it's like a kid with a crayon scribbled on a piece of paper.
The pre-show started off with Shinsuke against Rusev, unannounced to anyone.
So nobody could pick anything.
Right, that's what we're mad about.
That's what I'm mad about, because I lost.
No, we tied.
Oh, we tied. So we both lost.
Kind of.
But we both won.
Yeah. Shinsuke against Rusev for the U.S. title. It was a good match, but this pay-per-view, the best scenario, not best scenario, I was talking to Document during the pay-per-view, after the pay-per-view, and he's still bitching about the pay-per-view, that it was 100%. Taking tests, okay? Through the first quarters of your school. The first 2 9 weeks, you get hundreds. The second 2 9 weeks, you get zeros. So this whole pay-per-view ends up being a 50%, which is an F.
Right. And you're not wrong.
The Crown Jewel matches were great. We'll get into them. But
the World Cup matches.
Whatever. I just don't care about this pay-per-view.
Well, let's just fly through it then. You're wasting time talking about how bad it is, and we can just be done with it.
Hogan comes out to say, "Hey, I'm the host of Crown Jewel." Poses out the door. He's on the freaking plane before Rey Mysterio loses a freaking match. What the hell does a host do? Come out every once in a while and rip a shirt. Do something.
Pump up the crowd.
Was this him getting back into WWE? Clearly it was.
This was him getting a paycheck. Because the Saudi Arabia loves old school. Speaking of WWE.
They love wrestling so much that the Sheiks in the freaking first row didn't watch a damn match.
No, they were drinking, I don't know, awesome stuff. I would have liked to sit in the front row of that one.
Those seats were amazing.
Right. They were nice.
Plush. Why can't we get those in anywhere in the United States?
In the employee lounge.
Well, yeah, the employee lounge. So first match was Randy Orton against Rey Mysterio, the High Flyer. Did you end up watching it? You skimmed.
I watched like I said, I watched the first 20 minutes, and then you told me that it sucked after that, so I just took your word for it.
Nice. That's the co-host, folks. That's the co-host right there.
The last match I watched was the New Day versus the Bar, so...
After that, done.
After that, it wasn't worth anything.
The whole Smackdown side just pissed me off. It did that they already had half of these matches.
Right.
You know?
You've already seen these matches.
Ray beats Randy. Next up is Miz against Hardy. Miz wins, skull-crushing finale.
But he gets mule kicked in the throat.
He does. We really hate this pay-per-view. Why do we hate it? We shouldn't have to tell anybody anymore. We are going to skim over this fast. Next up was Seth against Bob. Bob shouldn't even have been in it. Leo didn't have a mic. That's what I was impressed with.
I'm pumped for that.
Seth wins. Zig against Kurt, and we didn't see this.
I did not see Kurt losing this match.
No.
I thought Kurt was going further than what he did.
So there were shockers in this. You would think Kurt be big in this, Ray be big in this, and my grammar is out the window.
And your big guys that you thought would be the stars of the show are out in the first round.
Done. See ya.
So what that sets up for was...
Zig against Seth and Miz against Ray.
Right.
New Day comes out, faces the Bar. They rode a freaking magic carpet to the ring. They don't get anything cool for WrestleMania or their big... They blew...
No, they do cool stuff for WrestleMania.
They came out in a box of cereal.
Well, that's pretty cool. A big box of Bootios, bud.
That is cool, but they went over the top for pyrotechnics, anything imaginable. They blew Saudi Arabia up.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Wow.
Yep.
And there goes our Saudi Arabia listen. Sorry for that.
Big E gets the hot tag, cleans everybody out, but all of a sudden Sheamus, boom, bang, boom. The Big Show gives a punch. A match over.
The Bar wins.
Nothing was going to happen on this. Semifinals, Ray against The Miz.
That's not true. The Universal Championship happens on this.
Yeah.
So let's keep going.
I'm drinking. All right, May against the Miz. Ray against The Miz. Again, Mark. I love the sliding splash to the outside. That's what I wrote on my notes about this match.
Okay. That's Ray's big thing. He slides under the rope now.
Yep. Miz wins.
He's a little guy.
Dolph against Seth. I slept during it.
I couldn't tell you.
I couldn't tell you what happened during this match. It was on at noon, so it wasn't like I was tired. I was just so perturbed at this pay-per-view.
But Dolph wins. I can tell you that much. Yep. Because I know that it was Dolph versus the fill-in.
Well, not yet. We don't know that yet, Paul.
Oh, well.
Next up was Joe against AJ. And these two do work well together. This is a great match. It was a great match. After a few minutes, Joe got the key to clutch on AJ. AJ got out of it by beating on his injured knee. I was shocked that AJ didn't win by anything big. Just the forearm that he does 500 times during the match.
Right.
But AJ wins. He now has a title longer than a year. He's going to... I think he keeps it until at least Royal Rumble.
He breaks Lesnar's record.
Well, great.
As the longest reigning champion.
And he should.
But Lesnar will always have the longest reigning Universal Championship.
Which is a dime store championship.
Gumball Machine Championship.
Which brings us to that match.
Brock versus Braun.
7 moves during this
and the biggest
effing match again.
And the biggest move was Baron Corbin hitting Braun in the back of the head with a title.
8 moves, and if you're going to count that as a move, but during the match.
Before the match starts, Baron Corbin hits Braun with the title.
It's all yours.
Tells the referee, ring the bell. F5, Braun kicks out. F5, Braun kicks out. F5, Braun kicks out. On the fourth F5, he F5s him out of the ring. Drags him back into the ring.
This is where Braun gets his boot in. He gets one boot in.
Braun gets up and, he kicks out again. Gets up, gets to the corner. Brock comes running at him. Big boot. Doesn't phase Brock Lesnar. Picks him up for the crappiest 6th F5 I've ever seen. and then 1, 2, 3. Match
That's
over
it.
Braun. Brock's your new Universal title champion again. Useless. So now you're not going to see the Universal title on Raw.
No, he's scheduled for. Well, they already said it. Next week he's going to be on Raw. He's scheduled for SummerSlam.
Champion versus champion.
But it doesn't. Yeah, but the titles aren't on the line.
No.
It's all about the blue and the red.
Yeah.
So then you don't see him December. I doubt you're going to see him January or February. That's major UFC time for him.
Yep.
So WrestleMania.
Great.
And what's being read and put out there, there's no Roman coming back at WrestleMania.
No, Roman's you don't have Roman Reigns for a while.
Right. So who are we getting? Braun's got 2 blown out knees.
I'm hoping that we get some McIntyre.
I hope. Or
But how are you going to turn him face? He's a better bad guy. So you're going to have 2 bad guys go up against each other for the title?
Sure as shit, nobody's cheering for Brock Lesnar.
No.
All right.
But Chris Woods. Chris Woods cheers for Brock Lesnar.
Thanks, Chris. Finals of this tournament, which I was like, all right, now that I woke up, Miz against
Dolph.
Great.
It's going to be a good match.
2 Cleveland boys going at it. They both can work. This could go an hour, and I'd love to see it. Miz hurts his ankle by sneezing. I don't know. He can't go. The ref's going to give it to Dolph. I would have been fine with that.
Here comes the money!
That creates controversy, and then here comes the freaking money.
But that creates controversy as well.
So now Shane steps in and is going to battle Dolph for this best in the world thing that means nothing now. I was excited about this. Maybe this could have been a pay-per-view to last for a while. Take it to UK next year. Take it to Brazil the next year. I don't care. This is by far like a Halloween Havoc. One of the shittiest pay-per-views I've ever seen. Shane wins the God for Bacon Cup, and that's it. Then you move to Paul and I against Ted and God rest his soul, my grandfather. This was the slowest movie. 2 seconds in.
I forgot all about DX versus the Brothers of Destruction.
2 seconds into the match, Triple A rips his quad. I know.
Nope, he didn't rip his quad. He tore his pec.
Never. I don't. He hurt himself.
He tore his pectoral muscle.
And I know it hurts. So.
Yeah.
You've had it done. Not that you planned on it, but
I slightly tore my pectoral muscle, and I'm telling you, it turns black and blue.
Oh, there's pictures on YouTube of
from
Triple
your
A.
sternum down into your bicep, into your rib cage. Like it's a bad thing to happen. It can be fixed with surgery, and
he had it Monday.
Yeah,
done.
And good luck to Triple H for getting better, because you're an older fella now, and you don't heal like these young pups do. So
DX wins.
We told you.
So we got the DX match right, the Brock,
the AJ Styles match right. Neither of us got the Brock match right, and we got the Bar match right. And neither one of us ever foreseen Shane McMahon winning the...
Who did? If anybody said, hey, I'm putting money on Shane McMahon...
Congratulations, buy me a boat.
Right? Because you had inside notes or stories or something. I'm just disappointed. Let's get the Raw.
Man, do I love card night. You ready, boys? You got a king?
Go, fish dad.
Oh, come on. This is WWE superstar Titus O'Neil. It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today. Learn more at 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
And we come back for Raw. Opens up Raw. Baron Corbin in the ring. Got security outside. And all of the Raw superstars on the ramp.
Every one of them.
Girls, guys, everybody.
Yeah, you don't know what the hell is going to be said. Whatever. So he comes out, and everybody else comes out. Drew comes out, Zig comes out, Braun comes out. And they're just talking. Alexa comes out.
Okay, now you're just throwing people off. So...
They did. They all just came out.
They announced...
The worst week of wrestling in a while.
You are flustered and you're not giving straight facts.
Yeah, I am. It was horrible all week.
So Alexa comes, or Baron Corbin comes out talking about Survivor Series, how he's going to be the captain for the team. He wants Drew and Dolph on the team, or Dolph and Drew on the team. He wants Braun Strowman on the team, even though Braun and him aren't seeing eye to eye right now. And then they go to the females. He announces Alexa Bliss is the new captain for the women's Survivor Series, Raw Survivor Series.
But she's not going to wrestle yet because she's still recovering from a concussion, folks.
Right. So then she announces that the Legit Huggers and Nat will have a match versus the Riot Squad, and she's about to say, and it starts right now. And
Here
Kurt
comes
Angle comes out. He's like, I want to be in Survivor Series match.
Because the World Cup lit him on fire.
He's got a fire lit underneath him now. He challenges Baron Corbin to a match, says Corbin doesn't have the cojones, and the cojones...
Corbin says, okay, we'll fight for it.
We
Whoever wins is the manager.
So then we come, and then Braun comes out.
Yeah, because Alexa was going to talk again.
Right.
Nope. And Braun clears house and starts chasing Corbin away.
Best part of this whole thing, running up the stairs, first guy that meets Braun is Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal actually ran towards Braun Strowman to hit him. Everybody else just kind of waited up top. So that scuffle was going, and it's Braun versus everybody, except for in the back left corner, you have Mojo Rawley and Zack Ryder fisticuffs.
Themselves? I didn't.
Those two were battling each other. I mean, during the scuffle with Braun and everybody, the good guys and the bad guys were going at it against each other, but I noticed Ryder there.
Of course you would.
Woo, woo, woo.
Where was No Way Jose at?
Know it.
Where was No Way Jose
I
at?
don't
Prancing around the freaking ring?
Probably.
So that's right.
Getting ready to be a lucha.
I hope the Revival destroys them.
They're not gonna.
So the Legit Huggers and Nat come to the ring saying they're looking for another win tonight. Nat's got the Anvil's glasses, brings them out. They're going to give them the best of luck. And here comes the Riot Squad.
Pretty good match altogether.
I love
Back
this
and
feud.
forth.
Yeah, I like it. I wish Nat wasn't part of it. Somebody else. Just, I don't know.
And then Ruby Riott gets a hold of Anvil's glasses and snaps them in half.
Dastardly.
And this was the end of the match. There was no winner or there was a count out.
It was a double count out. And this is where I instantly got mad again about this match. Why doesn't she break them and somebody roll Nat up for the 1, 2, 3 to have it even more heartbreaking or whatever? Just to cry over glasses on the outside. I understand they're their dads.
Her dad just passed, man.
I understand that.
Boy, you're a heartless mother today.
I am.
Woof.
I am. It should not have ended in a double count out. That was ridiculous.
So later this week, Nat tweeted out, "Enough is enough, and it's time for a change." She's going full Owen Hart on us.
I need to follow Nat now. I might love her. She's going to come out with the caution stuff. Maybe she'll get 2 slammies.
I don't know. Probably not.
So, next we have Braun looking all over the place again for Corbin. Doesn't find him yet. Then we have a recap of the DX and Destruction match.
Didn't watch it. I didn't even watch the recap because I didn't even care.
Right? Then we have a match, Jinder Mahal against Apollo Crews. Jinder is just on Raw to talk about the Mixed Match Challenge. They talked about that for 5 minutes. Apollo did some great moves. The press, the somersault,
Very athletic for a big fella.
He is. But they're calling this the biggest win of his career.
Well, because Jinder Mahal is an ex-WWE champion.
Okay. Out next is Rollins with the IC title and both tag straps.
Well, he's looking for Dean, and Dean's not around. But Baron Corbin, he kind of gives Baron Corbin some business because you take Roman Reigns' title and then you give it back to Brock. And that's everything that Roman was fighting against.
Yeah. Well, then Corbin says, hey, you got to defend these titles tonight. Where's your partner? Seth looks around the arena, nothing. Nobody, nowhere to be found. And you're gonna defend him against these guys.
AOP. Nice.
I told you they were gonna be the next tag team champions.
Well, you weren't wrong. But they don't have a backstory. They don't have anything going for them. They're just big and bad.
When your whole freaking storylines implode because of your champion left, I think that destroyed Raw a little bit.
It's hurting them, but they're not bouncing back.
No.
They put a job. I was checking their Twitter, WWE Careers on Twitter, put an open application online. If you want to be part of WWE Creative, fill in the application.
Everybody should, because it sucks right now.
Oh, I know the guy that invented the diamond in St. Mary's with the crayons and the colored pencils is probably calling them right now.
So after this match and after AOP becomes tag team champions, which I'm happy, at least they're away from a different storyline. Dino comes out, makes his way through the crowd. He says, "You want to know why I did what I did?" And he gives them the dirty deeds and walks away. So we still have no clue. Then they ask Renee Young. And Renee Young's like, "I don't know why Dean's being Dean. Stop this. For the love of God, we know you guys are married.
We got it.
Play it off something else."
Yes.
You are not... I don't talk to Mrs. Can Crusher about picking up garbage every freaking day.
Right.
T doesn't tell you about what she's doing.
Well, she does, but I don't remember most of the time because
I don't care what's going on at the grocery store.
Selective hearing.
So, stop. They're two different people. Let Renee Young be the journalist that she is and get other stories. Stop.
The awesome journalist she is. She is doing a fantastic job.
Right. Leave her out of the Dean segments. They're not together. It's not like she's the manager. Leave her out of it.
Right.
And Corey Graves is an idiot.
Also right.
But Baron's backstage again, and he's not running from Braun. But he's in a shed or the supply room.
The supply closet.
Yeah.
With all the security.
And Charlie spills, and then...
the beans.
All of a sudden, Braun's there instantly.
Like he knew where Charlie was. He's got a tracking device on Charlie.
So out comes Zig for the next match. And Shane's not the best. He's saying Shane's not the best in the world. Zig outworks everybody. He's boomtastic. He's this, he's that. And now, finally,
we get
something that we want to see on Raw.
A ray of sunshine, we get to walk
with
Elias.
And the crowd freaking loved him. The whole... Whoa, walk with Elias. Whoa, walk with Elias. But holy shit, he said he's going to get Oasis back together too, Paul.
Because Elias is the man.
He is. He is. And Zig,
I don't know who Oasis is. I'm not going to lie to you.
Zig says, "Get in the ring." So we
cut to a promo with a revival.
Right?
Because we're gearing up for a match, and guess what the best way to cool down the crowd is? A pointless revival promote.
About the
Selfie
Lucha
promotion.
Loser house.
Lucha House Party.
No.
Lucha.
No.
Mark,
send them back to 205.
There was a damn time when you were pumped for stuff like that.
Not luchas.
Yes, you were. You were pumped for the stupid pump you up stuff like Lucha Underground and
I've never
other stuff.
I've never watched an episode of Lucha Underground.
You're a Bailey fan.
I got on to... What the hell does that have to do with Lucha?
It's the same. Bailey's the same thing as the Lucha or Lucha House Party.
No.
Yes, but she's got car dealership flying wiggly men in her entrance.
What are they called?
I don't know.
What?
So now we're back to Elias and Zig. Good match. They bury Zig. Elias wins.
Yeah, I actually thought it was a great match. The best match of Monday night for the love of God.
Love of God. Ronda comes out. Nia comes out. Ember comes out. This is pointless.
Setting up for Nia against Ember. Setting up for Nia against Ronda after Survivor Series.
Setting up for Ronda against Becky Lynch for Survivor Series.
I'm not happy about Survivor Series either. This is a rough month of wrestling. Go support indie wrestling all of November. Screw WWE.
Whoa, dude, this is basically our bread and butter of Can Crushers.
They're not paying us yet.
No,
when they start paying us in either beer or royalties, then I'll get back online. This has sucked.
So Nia gets a win over Ember. Tamina comes out, and we're like, ooh, a face-off. Is Tamina maybe... No, they're gonna team up. No, they're gonna be the freaking Women of Destruction or something dumb.
No, they're gonna be... This is actually... I'm happy about this.
You should be happy about this because you're legit huggers. If they bring in the tag team championships, they're not.
They are. Do you see all
that does not bear well for your friends?
Do you see all the teams are putting together on Raw? The tag team titles are right around the corner, but they're only putting women's teams together on Raw. They're breaking up women's teams on SmackDown.
I don't want to talk about it.
But they're putting them together. This is going to be the new Alpha and Sika. This is going to be the new Samoan SWAT team. I'm happy about this. I think it'll be great. There's storylines here with the women. I'm happy about it. Again, women wrestling saving the freaking show.
It's because the men keep getting hurt.
Touche.
So Finn's in the back with Corbin's in the back. This is getting old.
We're getting another Bob and Finn match.
Another Bob and Finn match.
The best thing about this again, Idiot doesn't have a mic, but we didn't get to the match yet.
So this is the third time Bob and Finn have faced each other, but Finn's up 2-0 so far.
Rivalry over.
It's not the World Series.
Right?
It's just a little rivalry. You get 3 matches. You don't win at least one of them. You don't get a third
Out
match.
the door. So now Corbin's still hiding from Braun. He's leaving, though. I'm out the door. I'm not fighting you tonight, Kurt.
Tell Kurt you can fight Drew McIntyre.
Great. So we get that, which we'll get there. Now it's Bob and Finn time, and like I said, the best part of the match was when Idiot Leo didn't have a mic until he got into the ring, and
Are we backtracking?
No, because now the match actually happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, come on.
But I thought we were over with it. You said Bob got the win, and then we were done with it.
Well, I tell a little bit about it, how Leo sweeped the leg. He was Danielson. Sweep the leg! Not Danielson doesn't sweep the leg. Damn it.
You know,
that's
for not liking Leo Rush, you talk about him an awful lot.
Oh, they pay our bills.
They don't pay our bills. Nobody pays our bills, bud.
But Drew comes out after the match and Claymore. Boom.
To Finn. Out of nowhere.
That's why I think Finn's going to slowly get a push. First Universal Champion, really has never gotten a rematch.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he needs another one.
Roman gave it to him.
He needs another one.
So then we got Kurt versus Drew because Drew's already out there. And
12 years since he's wrestled. Wait, they've knocked this down. 12 years since he wrestled on Raw. Wasn't he in the Battle Royal as a conquistador 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. That doesn't count. That's a Battle Royal. It's not a singles match.
It says 12 years since he's wrestled on Raw.
We've ever been during a podcast.
This is the 12 years since he's wrestled on Raw.
Can we go to SmackDown yet or no?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I didn't watch any of it and it's all you. I got to see.
So SmackDown
sucked.
Starts with Paige coming out and she introduces Shane McMahon.
The World Cup winning best wrestler in the world, Shane McMahon.
But he says he didn't win it for him. He won it for the entire Blue brand.
Blue brand.
Okay. So Shane is not the best in the world.
Speaking of Blue brand, Paige looked good.
Oh. Right? Blue something.
Backstage.
No, not yet.
Oh, no, wait.
They announce it. Daniel is the captain. Miz comes out and says he should be captain. So now he's limping still, by the way. And now he is.
He got kicked in the throat and sneezed hard. Leave the man alone.
So they're co-captains. But Miz does make a point that he owns 2/3 of that cup.
Right.
He does. So
Daniel doesn't own any of it because he didn't want to go to Crown Jewel.
Right. All this is setting up for, once again, is another Miz-Daniel Bryan match of some sort at WrestleMania.
With Shane McMahon as your special guest referee. Because not only is he the best wrestler in the world, he's also a pretty good referee.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
Still drinking over here. So the Miz and Daniel are backstage, and they're fighting over anything. Potato chips. And Shane walks in and says, guys, settle down. In the gist of the thing is they both pick Shane to be on the team. Wonderful. Another McMahon and another... If there was Fs, if we would say Fs, there would have been 30 of them by now. Another McMahon in another pay-per-view match. Okay. So...
Technically, Triple H isn't a McMahon.
No, I'm just saying...
Stephanie's not really a McMahon anymore either because she's married to Triple H.
You can't see my face, but it's disappointment. But you know what I mean. The Usos against the New Day. Whoever wins this match is
What? Wait, who are you today?
Why?
The Usos versus the New Day today.
Oh, all right. Set it up again.
The Usos come out.
And they're going to take on the New Day!
There you go. That's better.
All right. I'm still just... the drugs that I'm on.
I guess.
It's got to be it. And it's not mixing well with
They're
the
not
beer.
drugs or steroids.
They are. They legit are
You probably
steroids.
shouldn't even be drinking beer.
I didn't ask the doctor that yesterday. But nonetheless, whoever wins this tag team match is going to be the captains of the...
Tag team version of the
Which I
Survivor
like that
Series
they're
match.
doing 5 teams. So it's a 10-on-10. So it's an old school. Old school's the way to go today.
Okay.
Old school party. A great match. These guys fight good together. They have great matches. But we've seen it. We've seen it.
There's not many tag teams out there there's not many Smackdown tag teams, so you're gonna see these matches over and over again until the whatchamacallit comes back.
Sanity?
No, well, Sanity and
Undisputed Era come up?
or them come up, but who was just the champions that got hurt?
Not
Not-
but Rowan and
Yeah.
Harper win.
The Bludgeon Brothers, the Smudgeon Brothers.
They are the Smudgeon Brothers.
Wow.
The cool part of this match was Kofi. You didn't see it? Damn it! Kofi's on the top rope, and instead of doing like some Hurricane Rana or anything, he just jumps and turns in the air and falls on him, just like a suicide reverse dive. Boom! Takes out both Usos. The Usos actually end up winning the match, and then they pick New Day to be part of the team.
Well, that was good.
Right? Make them earn it next week or something.
They did earn it.
Literally.
They did earn it. They took the Usos down to the wire, bud.
All right. We're backstage again with The Miz talking about talk shows, and they only want Becky on talk shows, not him. In comes Daniel. And Daniel says, hey, I'm picking Ray to be on the team. Miz goes nuts. He's like, never mind, he can be on the team. But let's have him have a match against Almas later on. Okay. Then they both decide that I pick a guy, you pick a guy. Whoever wins that is the last member of our team. Good deal. We'll get to that in a minute. Next comes Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch comes out to the ring, cuts a promo on Ronda. They're going to bury Becky in this match, is what I hate.
Yeah.
And then Becky says, I'm ready to fight tonight. And Nikki Cross gets called up. This is a great thing.
Out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting this.
No, not at all. But first Sanity comes out and we're like, wait a minute. Sanity is going to fight Becky Lynch? What the hell? And then Nikki appears like out of, they all spread apart and boom, Nikki comes up and I'm like, holy crap, she's on. So, Becky, what the hell's her name? Nikki says, hey, let's play. Becky's like, no, I don't play, I fight. So, that's cool. Just a little.
The coolest part of this match was when Nikki Cross gets Becky in the ring apron.
Yes.
And just demolishes her.
Punishes her. Pow, 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 pow. It was like the rockin' the robots where he one guy.
Talking robots.
Yes.
Becky gets a win. But they're not going to give... I mean, Nikki Cross took her to the wire, so that's good for Nikki. But
You love saying to the wire today. That's like the third time you said it.
down to the wire.
Down to the wire. Next up, Daniel and Miz are in the back. They make their picks. Daniel takes Jeff Hardy. The Miz says it's going to be Samoa Joe. It could be a good match, right?
Right.
Next up comes the match of the night on SmackDown.
Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Almas.
This is a great match.
This
We
was a
just
great
watched
match.
it. We just watched
And
it.
it was awesome.
Actually, because I was so drugged up last night, I fell asleep at 9 o'clock.
Dude, you gotta quit saying that you were drugged up. You were taking a steroid. People are gonna think that we're alcoholic drug addicts.
Well, today we might be.
You're taking a steroid for an itchy arm or a bug bite or some sort of
My arm's going to fall off.
flesh-eating virus.
See, I have a disease now.
Oh, Jesus.
So it's a great match. Almas needs to be featured more.
Almas
He
does.
needs to be in the U.S. title match.
Yes, he does. At the end of the match, Ray gets the win, and straight out of nowhere, Randy Orton comes RKO.
Boom. Leaves the ring.
Cuts to an AJ promo, blah,
Which
blah, blah,
sucked.
which sucked. Who cares what AJ has to say about facing Brock Lesnar?
It's the second time. We
you're
went
gonna
to the
get
wire
whooped.
last year. I almost beat you.
Yeah, right? You're going to get whooped because they don't let Brock Lesnar lose the little guys, and dude, you're a little guy. But then we have...
This is a good
The
segment. No.
Yeah, we do.
We do not have...
We do. The Miz and Daniel Bryan were in the back, and oh no, never mind. Paige announces the women team.
Which, this was a good segment. You liked it.
I did like this segment.
So she announces that Carmella's part of the team, Asuka's part of the team, Naomi's part of the team, Sonya Deville, and then Charlotte Flair. They all walk out individually. Charlotte does not come out.
All of a sudden,
the other blonde bombshell.
Mandy. I can't do a sexy voice. That's my sexiest
That
voice.
was a sexy voice.
You like that?
He was rubbing himself.
Mandy.
And she's angry she got snubbed.
Which, she has every right to be angry she got snubbed. She threw Sonya out of the ring for the Battle Royal.
She did. She called Asuka the Empress of yesterday. She says no one feels the glow anymore.
Well...
Not even her husband.
She said that Mella's 7-second dance moves were kind of like her title reign. Or 9-second dance parties was kind of like her title reign. Short and ugly.
And Mella says, at least I've held it.
Well, good.
What's up?
Oh my God.
So, yeah. Sonya then attacks,
Didn't attack her, was pulling her off, and Mandy took it as, you attacked me. Yeah. And I like this because Mandy is now on her own.
Which breaks up a team for when there's tag teams coming. This is what I'm saying.
Or they could get back together. You never know.
Wow.
In the back.
Wow. I'm going to DL. He yelled at me.
In the back, The Miz and AJ, or The Miz and Daniel are saying, did you send Randy out to attack my winner? And The Miz says, whenever I'm in a room with Randy Orton, it's just nods and awkward stares. No, I did not.
Yeah, he just beat me last week for the crown jewel. So next up, it brings us to the main event, as you want to call it. Samoa Joe against Jeff Hardy.
For the final Survivor Series spot for SmackDown.
Daniel's on commentary, Miz is on commentary, and they just bickered the whole match about each other. I have a question for you. I have a couple questions that I didn't get to throw earlier, but I want to start. Why does Hardy take his shirt off when he's ready to do the Swanton? Does it add extra power or something? Why does he have to take his shirt off? The guy's laying dead in the ring. It takes him 5 seconds to struggle to get his sweaty shirt off, and now you have to sell that the guy's still laying there dead.
It's like Kurt Angle taking down his straps before you get the ankle lock. It's just how you do it, bud.
Okay.
That's how that works. It's called history, Mr. 80s wrestling fan.
I want to reverse, because during the New Day match, I have questions for you. Questions.
I don't have answers for you. I don't watch it.
No, it's stupid. Would you eat a pancake that they threw when they're coming out to the ring?
If nobody else touched it.
Yeah, full grab. Just
grab it? Oh, absolutely.
You would?
Yeah.
You wouldn't bring it home and keep it?
Why would you keep? What are you going to do? Put it in a case? It's going to get moldy. No, it's a pancake.
Not if you get an air-sealed case.
What the hell would you pay good money for an air-sealed case?
And then...
For a New Day pancake. If they didn't sign it, I'm eating it.
I was just going to say, and then you get an engraved thing made, and then you have them sign like that, the case.
No, if they don't sign the pancake, the pancake gets eaten.
You're ridiculous.
You're ridiculous. You wouldn't eat a pancake.
I'm eating pancakes tonight for breakfast.
We're going for a break.
Supper. Supper is what it's for.
Why was the basketball court all wet? Because the players kept dribbling on it.
The dad joke. Corny, groan-worthy, but also one of the simplest ways to share a moment with your kids.
What did the buffalo say when he dropped his son off for school? Bye, son.
So take a moment to make your kid laugh, because dad jokes rule. Make your kid laugh today. Go to fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
It's the last segment, which means it's part of Paul's favorite segment. Ugh.
Garbage tip of the week
Not
coming
yet,
up.
though.
Oh, yeah, but we got to go through some stuff. IWC's coming to Elizabeth.
IWC is coming to Elizabeth.
Winner takes all.
Big card.
This Saturday.
This is kind of their...
Down in Elizabeth.
SummerSlam. Not their WrestleMania, but their SummerSlam.
It's huge.
It's at Courtside Sports.
Because the winner takes all.
Right. People on the card.
Tommy Dreamer.
Colt Cabana. Damn it! Colt Cabana.
Britt Baker's going to be there.
RJ City. Andrew Palace.
Team Storm.
The Sadie. A ton of them. I mean, it starts at... The main event starts at 7:30. There's a pre... Not the main event. The event.
Our boy...
Jock Sampson.
Andrew Palace is going to be there. Jock Sampson's going to be a no-show sissy. La-la.
So make sure.
I got another match. Yeah, sure you do. Okay, just be scared of Andrew. Where
the hell is Fairfield, Virginia?
Yeah,
anyway? He made that up.
He made that place up. It's a made-up thing. I can't believe you took all the time to make up a fake poster so you don't have to face Andrew Palace. I don't blame you. Man's crazy. And he whoop your butt.
So maybe we'll get some conversations during, after, whatever. I already have one hooked up, but I'm not going to tell you who it is.
Who you got hooked up?
I can't tell you.
Why can't you tell us?
I can tell you off the air.
Why can't you tell everybody?
Because I want them to come back to say, who is it?
Do you know who's going to be there?
I do. Britt Baker's going to be there.
No.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, but that's not the important one.
Yes, it is.
No, Katie Arquette's going to be there.
That's not it.
Yes.
We've already talked to Katie Arquette.
I know, but she's going to be there, and you know what she going to do, bud?
No.
She going to whoop that Brittsburg butt.
Not happening.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Not happening. Well, it's time to get to the sponsors.
You want to take a drink of beer? You want to bet a beer on it?
No.
Fine then, don't bet a beer on it. See?
Sure. No, you know what? I'll bet next week's beer on it.
Fine.
You have to drink something I like then again.
Great. That's going to be horrible.
More Finn and Matt. No, I've had the last two Finn and Matts in Ridgeway.
Well.
All right, make sure you continue to vote. I know yesterday was a major voting day in the United States, but every day is a major voting day for the Can Crushers, manager of the Millennium Podcast of Can Crushers Championship.
Sponsors, Swanson's Auto Body and Customs, 814-389-2294. Call them for your automotive repair.
Pro Printing and Office LLC, David All, 814-834-3006. He gives you he makes some sweet shirts for us.
Check out Collar and Elbow, great wrestling tees, hats, hoodies, etc. Check them out on our Wixsite page, which is https:// cancrusher69.wixsite.com/cancrushers.
Document's going to start writing blogs on. If you haven't subscribed to it, make sure you subscribe. This way you can actually counteract Document's blogs.
Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. CanCrusher69 on all three of them. You can email us questions, anything. CanCrusher69@gmail.com.
Overcast, Boxcast, Buzzsprout, Stitcher, Alexa, Google Play, iTunes, Spotify. We are there.
We're everywhere. Just look for Can Crushers on anywhere you find a podcast. So, garbage tip of the week. I saved this. I know that everybody's noticed that we haven't said our major sponsor.
Yeah.
The greatest pizza chop
in the world.
Padalano's Place 2, 814-772-7576. You can call and order up until December 29th. Dom has announced his retirement, and we don't have a Can Crushers garbage tip. Go down, support Dom.
Please. Give him everything you can until December 29th.
Because when it's gone, you're going to miss it. That's for damn sure.
I miss it already.
Thinking about it just kind of gets me a little teary-eyed, and I don't even want to talk about it, really.
Angry about it, actually. I'm not angry. I'm happy for Dom.
I'm happy for Dom. Dom's taking the next steps in his life.
This has been 35 years in the family, the economy, this, that, and the other thing. If Dom wants to come on and talk about it, he can. But I am damn well going to be down there the last day, and I want the last piece of bread, something out of that place. I'm going to steal.
I just want to drink a beer with Dom on the last day. So
all the time. We'll dive more into that. I really want to do something big for Dom for everything he's done for us.
But just so you know, Dom, we love you, and you have Can Crusher support. Whatever you need from us, whenever you need it, you call us. You let us know.
We like drinking beers with you, though.
Absolutely.
So,
and Dom, remember, just because you're trash,
Dom is not trash. Stop it.
It doesn't mean you can't do great things. It's called a garbage can, not a garbage cannot. We love you, bud.
Elizabeth, winner takes all. IWC tickets still available. Go get them. Have a lovely weekend.